Yucky. This is a new setup, and now the camera's much wider, so now you can see there, right behind my hand. I'm blocking it. No, I'm not. That's a graboid. Anyway, yeah, so the camera is much wider now, and you know what? This is more comfortable. Anyway, Cobra Kai Season 5, I've heard from one person on YouTube only, but I imagine a lot of people share the sentiment that Season 5 is one of the worst ones. I don't think that's true. I would rather rewatch this season than rewatch Season 6's Part 1 and 2, because Terry Silver dominates this entire season. But that's neither here nor there. So, Johnny Lawrence is back. There's a stupid. Okay, him and Miguel. Let's get this out of the way. There is a stupid plot point at the beginning of the. A stupid plot line at the beginning of the story of the season where Robbie and Johnny go down to Mexico to go find Miguel, and Miguel learns his father's a bad man, and then they go back home. It's really stupid and useless. I think they used that as a cliffhanger and then just didn't know where to go with it. I think I got something in my throat. Anyway, so useless plotline. Otherwise, Robbie and Miguel do end up on good terms at the end of the season. They end up being brothers, half brothers, because their mother and father are having a baby, and that is an important plotline that took years, a year or two, to actually come out, and finally that child had the longest thing, but that's not important yet. Chosen is here the entire season, and I'm a big Chosen fan. He does assault quite a few people, but who the hell doesn't? Daniel even gets a possible assault charges in this, but so does everybody else. That's what the show is. Anyway, yeah, so Chosen, he's funny, and then Mike Barnes makes an appearance. Anyway, one character I really want to talk about is Terry Silver. This is two. Terry Silver and John Kreese. Because they're, John Kreese is incarcerated for 9 episodes. But then at the end of episode 10, you see that he broke out because he used one of his pupils in prison. I don't know why he agreed to this, but he stabs him and he used Jello to make it look like blood, and then he uses a key card to escape, a scientist outfit, a doctor outfit, and a key card to escape. Put that scene right here, future editor Bronson. That doesn't exist. Anyway, I look really stupid. This camera is awful. It's like really blurry. I can see that it's blurry. Anyway, this looks like I'm looking up. Like if I do this, am I looking at you? I think I was. I think I look insane. Anyway, yeah. So he breaks out of prison, and now he's a criminal, even more of a criminal than he was in the previous season. But Terry Silver he basically kind of wins at the end. Wins temporarily. He has his dojos all over the valley. He's getting so many kids until Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen and Mike Barnes is kind of there too. They all try to stop him. They even break into his home. They pull a sniper wolf and break into the home of, their enemy. Except for it's not a criticizer. It is a villain, an actual evil person, instead of just someone who said that your content kind of sucks. So two totally different things. So, not really a just comparison, but I had to. Anyway, so, yeah, there's a cool fight. Hey, all I want to say is if you want to see Johnny Lawrence fight Dr. Serizawa from the 1954 Godzilla film, I have good news. Because there's a guy with an eye patch who very, very vaguely looks like Serizawa from the original Godzilla film, as in he has an eye patch on one of his eyes, and that's it. Those are the only real similarities, besides, I guess, they're both Asian. But again, that's like saying, okay, well, this guy over here's got an eye patch, I've got an eye patch, we look the same. No, we don't. They look totally different. But it's an eye patch. I thought that was kind of funny. Some useless villains that don't come important until the next season, like the one Korean lady comes in, and you like never get an explanation of who she is until next season. So it's like kind of weird. I find it, but anyway, you actually get to see Kim Sung Eun for the first. I'm saying that name wrong, I know for a fact, but you get to see him for the first time ever in a flashback with young Kreese and young Silver, and they just agreed to keep it at one dojo for whatever reason. Anyway, what do I think of the season overall? It it stalls in certain areas. Sam and Miguel break up for a second time temporarily and then get back together at the end. And it's like, that's like I'm dying. Got the results from the test back. Got the results. It's not good news. Just let me process for a second. Yeah, Miguel and Sam break up a second time. Two times they break up and then get back together. But Robbie and Peyton List break up once, and that's in this season. Everybody breaks up in this season. Everybody, including this guy right here. He's broken up from quite a few relationships. But he's also a giant lizard, so that makes sense. Yeah. This guy. That one. Whoops. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Someone does something, I don't know. Wow, that was horrible. Fight scenes in this season are pretty cool. They're a cool fight scene between John Kreese and a bunch of prison people. And instead of using that stupid stunt double from the back who looks nothing like Martin Cove, they use the actor who plays young Kreese in the last season, and they use him to fight because he's much more agile. Stingray gets back into action, and if you don't know about Stingray, he is surprisingly agile for his look. Daniel LaRusso fights Silver twice. Silver kicks his ass the first time, but then Daniel kicks his ass the second time using the Quicksilver method. And that is pretty cool. He uses the crane on him and everything. Spoilers, I know. 7, but hey, it took me like 8 minutes, so that's pretty impressive. Yeah. And it ends with Silver in handcuffs in the back of a cop car, and then the Kreese breakout scene. Which isn't really a breakout, it's more like a sneak out. Breakout makes it sound like it's like impactful and actiony. No, he sneaks out basically with no one even noticing that he's sneaking out. So this season's like, I don't know, I'm gonna give it probably higher than most people, like 6.75. So if you put that in a percentage, it's 67%. If you put that in 5 stars, it's I don't know. Yeah. This is definitely not one of the best, but it's also, I don't think it's one of the worst. I don't think it's the worst like I've seen other people say. I think that belongs to Season 6, Part 1, which we will get into next time. Let's see what I can do with my voice. It's dying. Nobody's willing to help me, and I'm dying. Got the results from the test back. I definitely have cancer. I don't. Don't take that too seriously. Cancer sucks, but it's a movie I want to review one day, but I don't think I have storage on any of my devices right now. I need like probably a terabyte at least. That's probably too big, but you get the point. It's gonna happen one day. But anyway, that is all for this time. If you enjoyed this guy who needs to clear his throat every few seconds, then leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye.